Good evening, everybody. This is B from Kong's Arrest with Mrs. Kong's Arrest for a Sunday Funday chill and chat. It's been a while since we've done an open show.
We have.
No topic except for whatever the community wants to talk about.
Right.
Remember when we used to like eat and do chill and chats in the morning? Do you miss those days?
You want me to cook up some noodles?
To like just eat with anybody. So yeah, I put a link in the description in case anybody wants to join the show today to come on and chat with me, Mrs. Kong's Arrest. For anybody that just caught 19K Fox's stream and are coming on over, thanks so much. We already have some folks backstage. I'll bring them on just to chat with them one at a time because this is a community show. So I put a link in the description as well as a pinned comment, and we'll say hello to anybody that wants to join in. So we'll bring in our first guest. We already have some guests backstage.
Good golly.
Lined up, ready to go. Are you excited to talk to people? How are you doing today, first and foremost?
I'm good, but Dick Watson wants to know, are you cosplaying today?
Am I? No, you're cosplaying.
Oh.
You look cute. What are you wearing?
I'm just wearing my my Melody
Is that
shirt.
a kid's t-shirt?
No, it's not.
She's gotten away recently by buying kids' clothes, and it's still fitting. So, that's Mrs. Kong's Arrest. But let's bring in our first guest backstage. It's the one, the only. You and I know him as me, aka Mystery Encoder. What's going on, man?
Nothing
Is that really
much.
you? Is that really you?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think it's you. What's going on, man?
Nothing. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting you to actually put me in here.
Yeah, you joined backstage. For anybody that wants to join on, we'll have you backstage just for a little bit, and you can talk about any topics. But I mean, I think people have been missing you, man. What's the latest with Team Encoder? Do you guys have anything in the works? Things that the community wants to know what's happening?
I posted a Reddit update not too long
Mhm.
ago that kind of
Okay.
said everything we were working on,
All
like
right.
as well as all of the currently soft moddable cabs, like the
Mhm.
Android ones, like
Okay.
half of what you have behind you, I think.
I know. I haven't really touched any of my cabs from a soft modding standpoint. I still only have my pinball cabinet waiting for 4.0. Is that something that's going to happen sometime this year, or is pinball kind of like lower on the priority list at this point?
So as of this weekend, did she just put a hoodie on for this sole purpose of me
I
being there?
did. Hold on. I can't
No,
do
I
it.
actually just posted an update about 4.0 on our Discord, and I was saying that
Oh,
we're
did
going to go to like a minor version release sort of thing and release things as like 3.9 point whatever.
Cool. All right. Well, look at you still inspiring Mrs. Kong's Arrest to put on hoodies and things. So are you done with Hoodie Gate? Is that over? Are we cool? Are we cool?
Yeah, I did get the hoodie that you sent.
Yes.
My wife wears it, so
Yeah, does she?
yeah.
Yeah. So quick story for folks at Chicago the Retro Gaming Ranger. I forget his exact name, but Ezekiel, the Chicago Ranger, sent me when we were in Chicago an Arcade 1-Up hoodie T-shirt. And I was like, I have a lot of Arcade 1-Up paraphernalia, and Mr. Encoder has been demanding a hoodie for a long time. So I sent it to him, and so I'm hoping that freed Hoodie Gate at the very least. I haven't seen you post that hashtag in a while. So Mr. Encoder satisfied, which I hope makes him still deliver some good stuff to us. So Pinball 4.0, that sounds
still
awesome.
wasn't the Team Encoder one you promised, but
It wasn't.
Oh,
It wasn't.
no.
I'm sorry. I know. I asked for your logo a while ago. If put a 1 in the chat, would you guys like some Team Encoder merch? Like if you saw a hoodie with that logo there, would anybody purchase a Team Encoder hoodie or T-shirt? Put a 1 in the chat if you want to join
I know you
Team
would.
Encoder. Let's just see if there's any demand for it. If there is, then we'll definitely get it going on.
Oh, there goes one.
There's one. I see Mart the Center Center. He says he wants to do it. Frank D is inspired to wear some hoodies by Cold Weather. All right. Are you still there?
me, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
He's
I
in
thought
awe of all the people who wants hoodies.
I know. Can we get an It's Playable t-shirt first? Ah, Mike of all trades saying, yeah,
no.
do you want to join the cats? Yeah, so 4.0 later this year. Cool. I gotta check the updates, man. I'm happy to do that. It's really it's the only reason I'm holding on to the Arcade 1-Up pinball machine at this point. Because
Yeah,
once I did my AOP, I don't know.
You could help us test out leaderboards.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, I think it's one of the main reasons for me playing virtual pinball was when I joined tournaments and people were doing
Yeah.
stuff like that. So if that's something that happens, absolutely.
I
So
I do want to do that. It's cool
yeah.
because the
Mhm,
leaderboard stuff,
mhm.
like when you send it, it goes to our server, so we can kind of like
Mhm.
take that and do whatever we want with it, like do a
Nice.
tournament or a quick thing or whatever. So it's cool that you
Yeah.
mentioned tournaments.
There was only 2 people that wanted, Team Encoder hoodies, by the way. So, but Fist of Love says if it helps the cause, have you guys ever considered, would donations or things to Team Encoder ever help in motivation or ways to get
No,
influence, or you guys just do it for the good of the cause?
just the good of the cause. I
Yeah.
think that's one of the things. Even Ben helps a lot of people, and he says people offer all the time, and we don't want it. It just
Ben's been amazing. I know he's like the guy that really helps people with troubleshooting, but all the posts that I always see about Ben helping out with the 32-inch mods and everything else. Um, so yeah, kudos to you and the team. Awesome. So Reddit and Discord, that's the latest to get updates on Mystery Encoder. Are you guys updating the website at all too? Teamencoder.com?
only when there's releases, really.
Only when there's releases. All right, so you got to join Discord or Reddit for updated news. Are you gonna hang out for a little bit? I have some other guests backstage, so let me know
Yeah,
if
I
you want
don't
to hang out.
mind. I didn't
You
I
don't
didn't
mind?
join with like any reason in mind, so like I don't
Let's
have something to
party.
All right.
secret announce or anything like that. Sorry, but nothing
That's all
exciting.
good. All right, cool. All right, hang out. We're bringing on our next guest right now. This is Constorm 2023. What's going on, man?
Hello, B. It's good
Hey.
to be here.
Yeah.
Well, for the moment, I guess I didn't really pay much attention to the events going on last week as I was a little busy doing a video about this because
What is it?
they haven't done a Bionicle set in like since 2016, I believe. So I
Wow,
Lego
visited a
Bionicle?
friend's old
Yeah.
channel of mine and basically did a review on it for them. Other than that, I've basically just been planning out the last little bit of layout for my arcade room. I only have 3 cabinets left that I absolutely want to have done, and that's
Nice. Very
assuming
cool.
everything goes smoothly.
So are those arcade ones behind you? Is that a golden
Yes.
axe and a golden tee? What else you got?
Well, I also have Centipede,
Okay.
Tron, and a custom Ghost Squad cab that I built
Nice.
back in 2020.
Oh, nice. Is that a GRS Game Room Solutions artwork or
Yes,
the
it
cap?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Wow.
apologize for this weird layout. The way I had to set all this up is I had to build the set on the hockey table here. And that's the other thing I have. It's a cheapo ESPN one I got from Target a couple of years back, and it's been pretty
Nice.
interesting.
Mhm.
It does have a few dead spots, though, so I
Oh.
guess that can't be helped.
Yeah.
Other
Fun,
than that,
fun. Awesome. So tell folks that don't know who you are. Do you have your own YouTube channel? Are you promoting any
yes, I
content
do
yourself?
actually.
Cool.
I am Keith Myers. I run the Constorm Entertainment YouTube channel.
Nice.
We started the channel out in 2017 as a replacement for something that existed as far back as 2013, but that's not important. We more or less have been specializing in home arcade content, basically mostly doing summaries of information about cabinets, occasionally doing reviews. So far, we've
Mhm.
only done arcade one-up reviews for Centipede and Golden Tee. I'm
Okay.
debating doing one for Golden Axe, but I'm going to wait and see if they decide to re-release it with an updated side panel or something.
Nice.
Otherwise, let's see here. I think I do also do a little bit of stop motion, but nothing crazy.
Ooh, that sounds fun. So it sounds like you're into some toys. You got some Legos, got some arcades. Mystery Encoder, are you collecting anything else besides arcades? Like, do you have any other things you collect?
No, I don't think so. Not that I can think of.
Nothing. You just got into
No.
arcades and all the software stuff. There's no other
Um,
goods.
I don't know. The cars, maybe.
What kind of
Ooh,
cars?
like classic cars?
Sort of.
I'd say it's a little easier to store that.
All right, looks like we have a couple folks backstage that are popping in to say hello. So this is fun. Feel free to jump in and out whenever you want to. Constorm, thanks for joining, saying hello. All right, so we have our next guest backstage right now. It's Galaga Guy 88. What's going on, Galaga Guy?
Hello.
All right, I'm going
Oh,
to switch off.
how
my
we
mic.
doing?
Good. Thanks for joining in. I know earlier in the past you said you and I have some great minds think alike. We're asking the same questions right at the same time, right?
Yes, exactly. I was like, man, I just wanted to. I mean, I don't have too much to say, like the Constorm 2023 said, but
Uh-huh.
I had great respect for you. I was really
Yeah, thanks.
surprised actually that I watched all your videos and your stuff, but I wasn't subscribed till just now. Like
Really? Oh,
yeah.
well, thank you. I mean, we're getting close to 10,000 subscribers for folks that aren't subscribed to the channel. Consider it about 200 subs away. We'll be doing
200
some giveaways and some big celebrations. I feel like it's a pretty cool accomplishment to get to there. But thanks for the sub, man.
Wait,
Appreciate
are we
it.
giving you away?
Well
No.
done.
I don't know.
Highest bidder, a
Alright,
date with Kongs or us.
I think Mrs. Kong.
I'm already signed up.
Whoa!
Oh, I already
down.
took you out on a date,
I got
Mr.
$5
Encoder.
down
I hope
right
you
now.
enjoyed it.
It was a cheap date.
It was a cheap date. We found some so when I met up with Mr. Encoder, so I did see him. I was like, hey, let's go check out this really cool pinball place, right? And it was literally hidden in the upstairs, super tiniest room in a Macy's or something like that,
A
right?
Macy's.
It was like some mall, right? And
Yeah, it was weird.
Look, we got bids for you.
okay.
Oh,
All right, you're getting.
Oh, is that what's
distracted.
going on? I don't know if I can beat those bids.
$100.
$10,000.
We got some
$1
Monopoly numbers.
million.
All right, so Galaga guy, what do you got in the background? You got some arcades back there? Like, what's your collection going on?
I've got about 24 arcades.
24. Holy crap! All right.
Yeah. It's not the best setup. I mean, I'm not as good as you guys are about everything, but I can show you a little bit of it.
All right.
I don't know how to get
let's
this
do it,
camera
let's
to
do it.
turn around.
I like it. Let's see some tour stuff. Let's make
Okay.
Mr. Galaga guy 88 pretty big. What's the 88 for? Is there any significance for 88? Is it a good year?
It's the year I was born, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of a youngin' when it comes to
Yeah.
this stuff. Like normally people are older than I am, so I always feel kind of
Mhm.
left out because my people that I'm around usually don't like enjoy this stuff as much as I do. So
Yeah.
but
I can make you
anyways,
feel bad and say I'm younger.
I know.
well, there you
Mr.
go.
I know when
Maybe I
Mr.
should-
Encoder told me how old he was, I was like, what? But yeah, I'm an
How old are
83
you,
baby,
Mr.
so yeah. But child of the 90s, good stuff there. All right, but you got some good stuff back there.
Yeah. So this is I don't know how I want to kind of turn my camera like this, but I got
Mhm.
Blitz,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got Simpsons, Ridge
Mhm.
Racer.
I like the lighting, good spacing between all
Is
the
the
cabs.
Simpsons
very
modded?
nice.
Yeah.
The Danny
so-
Dawson mod.
Yeah, is the
yeah.
Simpsons modded?
No, not yet, but soon to be, soon as I can. But it's just been one thing after another down here. And then I got Turtles, and then over here I got.
Ooh, that's an OG.
Oh man, you have a
Turtles.
whole room for the pinball machines too. Look at you,
Yes,
man.
yes.
You went
back here.
deep. Look at you.
Yeah. So I
Got
the
all three
pinballs.
ALP too.
Yeah,
Man.
I got this
Which
one
do
for
you
the
prefer, the ALP or the A1?
Yeah, I only had the LP for like the past month, and honestly, I prefer the 1-up ones. And I don't know if it's something that I'm doing wrong, but I feel like it has a
Nice.
little bit of lag.
Everybody goes
And-
back and forth about that. Like, I can't get a
Mhm.
straight answer. There's people that own all of them, and it can
Mhm.
go either way.
Well,
Yeah,
stock. I think stock for your average person, I think the arcade 1-up wins. But if you're a tinkerer, then the ALP has more potential. That's just like the
So-
high level.
He's
Toy
basically
Shop
saying
just
that
let
he
down the
he
cold.
prefers this one. And
Well, have you done anything with your ALP? Did you add a PC to it? Did you do any? Look, what
Not
it's
yet.
just going crazy. What'd you-
What is it?
what-
yeah, as it
Screen was weird
destroys
for
itself.
I didn't know it had a
Alright.
touchscreen.
I know.
Yeah, it went crazy there. No, I literally just got it
Yeah.
Sam's Club, and I got it for
Okay.
actually I bought it for 400, and then I did that
Okay.
whole column and said,
Nice.
"Hey, I saw them for $2," and they gave me $2 back. So I got
Oh
it for
damn.
$200.
Okay, so you just got it. You haven't had a chance to play with it. Mr. Encoder, did you ever get an ALP yet? Or you
No.
refused?
One of the Team
No?
Encoder guys was telling me, he's like, I'm just gonna buy you one at this point so that you help me mess with it. And I'm like, no, not doing anything. I don't.
Uh,
But I did get like the Fox and Socks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I-
I've gotten
Mrs.
that
Kong's the rest
stuff.
of the slide.
Or
All right, I'm
the-
sorry.
looking at?
Oh, we're looking at you now. Why are you dead?
I think Constorm mentioned Toy Shock, by the way, and I found out the version 3.0 boards for Toy Shock have a micro USB on them.
Ooh,
Oh, the
interesting.
new ones, the replacement ones, not the one that I gave you.
It's not the replacement one. It's like I guess it only comes in new tables, or maybe the
Oh,
ones that they ship as
Because
replacements
they're still
now.
releasing them. Toy Shock is still in business, surprisingly,
Yes,
right?
so the old ones they replaced for the lag stuff was the V2, and now there's a V3 that has a micro USB port on it. So there's definitely
Right.
potential there.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for showing us a little bit of your arcade, Galaga guy. Feel free to hang out. We have a lot of people backstage waiting to come on. I really like this. I'm enjoying having a fun time talking to everybody. Yeah, you see a Deadpool. Mrs. Kong's or us. Yeah. Why?
Why not?
Okay. Wait. Let me see. Is
She's
there-
trying to figure out which
Oh my
costume
goodness.
gets her
Okay.
the highest
Wait a
bid.
second.
Hey,
Okay.
You got a sneak peek, but no one else did.
Wait, let me see.
No.
Are you fishing for goldfish?
No, I'm not. I want to say hello to our next guest. It's what's up, Long and Low? What's going on? Hey, thanks for
How's
joining
it going,
the
you
show.
guys?
Yeah,
good seeing you again.
Yeah, good to see
Thanks.
you. What's going on?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
the daughter was just kind of watching everything going on, and she's like, "Oh, I remember her from the Red Cross with your purse."
And she wants to be on YouTube. You're on YouTube. How you doing?
Hello.
You want to say hello?
You can say hello. Say hi.
Hi. Cool. What's your name? Can you say your name or?
Say your name.
Olivia.
Olivia.
She's shy.
All
Oh,
right.
thanks for joining.
Yeah.
All right. It's all
She's a
good.
cute
Nice
shy.
meeting. Do you like playing arcade, Olivia? Or I don't know if she can hear you because
She can.
You
Yeah.
end up getting the Tokidoki Senryo purse.
Did you get the Tokidoki Sanrio purse?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a Hello Kitty fan. That's her go-to.
is she?
Very
She
nice.
wants me
You
to
guys
get
talked
that
about
damn
Hello Kitty?
what is it? The Razer Hello Kitty chair. That's like $500, $600, something like that.
And then ask for the keyboard and mouse too.
We got those.
The keyboard is the
Unfortunately.
rainbow keyboard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. It
Yeah.
sounds like there's a long.
Uh-oh. B, it
Ooh.
appears you might have froze up.
I was gonna say that's. Say that one's not mine.
Oh,
I
did I
promise.
freeze?
I'm
Oh,
good.
sorry.
There you are. You're good. Now you're back.
Our Wi-Fi is going down.
Oh no, our Wi-Fi is going a little bit bad. My bad. So it's all good.
It
All right,
happens.
tell us a little bit about your arcade behind you. What do you got?
Oh, this is my this is my office actually. This is where I do all my conference calls and everything else. But my main arcade is in the other room. I've got like, I think we counted 30 machines, 4 countercades over there, and then inside this room I've got the 4 partycades, and then I've got all my rare cabs that are in this one. So like the Supreme cab, the
Nice.
Clock cab, Chinatown Market, the Dim Mac, the Michelob, NBA Jam. This is my. I close the door. None of the kids can play with these ones. These are my fun ones.
Dang, that's awesome. And I thought a Galaga guy had a ton with 24. You got 30 plus. Man, that's getting up there.
I'm just an idiot. And I think he froze again.
Am I
Uh-oh.
freezing?
Ew.
Is it me?
It's a little
Is it
bit.
me? Maybe I have a limit
You're
on
good
the-
now. Oh. Well, I will let you go, my friend. She just wanted to say hi. So if you guys can see it or not, say
All right.
goodbye.
No, I guess we'll see you
Goodbye.
later then. Well, this has certainly been interesting so far.
B, Joel says that you need to stop using his internet. He said you're using Retro Lizard Wi-Fi.
Oh dear. Well, that's problematic. So, Mr. Encoder, what kind of stuff do you focus on for ad games, or have you guys really tinkered around with that all that much?
We don't mess with that games.
Understandable. I think their system is more Linux based, isn't it?
Both are mostly.
Honestly, in the very short time that I had the Legends Ultimate, I think the most I used on it was the ArcadeNet PC streaming. And that was because I messed around with eMachine's Polar Bowler first frame, I think. Of course, I couldn't play it traditionally. I couldn't just use the mouse. And I actually had to use the trackball to steer it and hold a button down and let it go right after the fact. It was actually really neat the way it worked, but you couldn't really play it just by rolling the trackball back and forth. I wish it worked that way. That would have been great.
It's weird that we can hear them.
I know. Are we back? Can you guys hear us?
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Seems
Yeah.
like
I'm
it.
sorry. Yeah, I gotta blame Joel for and Welcome to Die for messing up my internet. So it's been terrible. Tried to plug in some Ethernet cable. Hopefully this still works out for the rest of the show. If it doesn't, my bad. Mr. Encoder, you're
wanna
gonna become the
know-
host of the show if anything happens.
No, thank you.
It's gonna
I want to
become
know what your
the
wife was
mystery encoder
drinking
thing.
earlier, though.
All right, what are you drinking?
She had a fancy cup.
It is a fancy
It is
cup.
a fancy
You
cup.
found it like at a swap meet or
I
something.
did find it at Swap Me for $1, but it's Costco Prosecco.
Yeah, she has like an obsession with cups, so she'll
So
find
it's
like really nice glass
non-alcoholic.
cup. Yeah. She likes drinking fancy things.
Fancy
All right.
things.
All right, so we lost long though. Let's bring in our next guest. We have a lot of people backstage. This is fun. All right, it's Mr. JT. What's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Yay, thanks for joining in. JT,
Hey, no problem.
are you the guy that bought all my toys? Are you watching us behind you too?
Yeah, I've
that.
got it on behind you
Inception.
up on the TV. That's why I
You're
usually
about
watch
like
on the TV. I've got my computer up here as well that I do. My son and I do some Minecraft gaming and things like that, and so I've got
Fun.
that up here as well.
Good golly, it's like a minute delay.
I know. But look at that. Oh, it's like Inception. It's like Spaceballs. It's like
Yeah, it's quite a delay.
Yeah. How fun. All right, for folks that don't know who you are you a community member? Do you have a bunch of arcades? Like tell us about you.
Yeah, I've got several arcade 1-ups. I've got 5 or 6 of those. Legends Pinball. I've got a Legends Gamer Pro that I've got Coin Ops X, of course, on. I've got several Raspberry Pi style devices. Gone through the whole Hack Chi thing with PlayStation Classics, NES, all that stuff. But been a gamer all my whole life. Started out, my first game system was still remember going to Sears with my dad and getting Atari 2600. So I am older than you.
Do you still have the 2600?
Yes, in fact, I have 6 of them, and I've got 300 out of the 500 games.
Pitfall was amazing on that.
Yes, Pitfall was amazing. My favorite still is Yar's Revenge.
I
What
think
do
they
you do?
remastered that recently. Well, rather,
Yes.
I guess they remade it. And that was a really cool thing that Atari's doing that. And I guess they decided to do that with Aka R too. And I really hope that works out because that game never even got a fair shot. I think it only did a quick test run in a few arcades back in the day, but that was it.
Girl.
B, what are you drinking?
Me, this is some tea inside of the really fun Liberty thing that you can put raw tea leaves in it, and then you can fill it up, and there's a little filter on top because
Is it
I've
like
been
half
hacking and
vodka
coughing up.
or?
Oh no,
It's all hot
I'm
water.
a cheap date. I'm like really like cold and old. I'm like, I just want my hot tea, and she's like,
Well, you know it's hot.
yes. Oh my
It's very hot in
goodness.
here.
Oh my goodness. All right, Mrs. Kongzaras. Yay. She wanted to be sparkly and fun.
Very
And
sparkly.
Okay.
yes,
Sparkly.
super sparkly. You know what? You remember what you wore this for the first time you wore it and debuted it on the channel?
Yeah, when you're doing your rap song.
Yeah, it's been about a year since
Y'all remember.
retro fighting game community. We were playing all these stupid fighting games and doing factions, and Mrs. Kongzaras was China, and this is my China out for her for when we were at DX. But hey, I was mentioning this to her the other day. It's been like a lifelong dream of mine to go to WrestleMania, and it's here in Los Angeles this year. So this year I might be going to WrestleMania. So that's pretty freaking awesome. Any wrestling fans in the house? JT?
Are you gonna wear the
Foxstorm?
China outfit?
Are you gonna wear the China outfit?
I'm not going.
I kind of fell off watching wrestling when it changed from WWF because of the whole World Wildlife
WWE,
Foundation thing.
yeah.
That's kind of where back when the cartoon was still on TV.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike is like, dude, I want to go too. Like, yeah, so kind of me too. Like, I kind of fell off after the Attitude Era, but it's still at the time I was like, I've always wanted to go to a WrestleMania. Like, I don't follow most of the modern stuff, but yeah, I think it would be fun just to experience it and take a kid to go and see how it is. So yeah, WrestleMania might be there. So thank you for gracing us with your China outfit. Just reminded me a little bit of what's gonna happen. All right, we have 2 more guests
What's
backstage.
gonna happen tonight, or what's gonna happen?
Later later on. All right, this is one of my favorite people on YouTube that I actually my very first live stream I ever did was with this guy, Dags. What's going on, man?
Hey B, what's happening, buddy? Hey, Mrs. Khan, how are you?
Yeah,
I'm
good.
doing well.
Are you
So
Canadian?
Alan or Dags?
Yes, I am Canadian, Mr.
Yes.
Encoder. We've chatted actually in DM on Discord way back when you were doing.
Are you making fun of a Mr. Encoder? You're not
Hey,
allowed.
No,
to
it was
be
a
Canadian
it was a
guest.
genuine question.
Yes, Cold Canada, as they call it up here. And I'm not related to Michael B at all in any way, shape, or form.
I don't believe that.
He
All,
is
all
a-
Canadians are related.
He's like at the other side of the country, on the very end, in a small island, isolated and away from all of us. So,
Dags, are you in like some sort of like silent secret room or something? It's all black and scary and.
No, I'm in my work desk where I do all my my stuff. So it's under the stairs. My wife calls it
professional setup, because if you've seen Dags' arcade, it's pretty legit though.
Yeah, it's in the other room.
Yeah. Dags is one of the first guys that came on the show because he and I worked together on Hamadi. He put together a Star Wars cockpit, and there's a whole slew of you folks have put together Star Wars cockpits. It's been a dream of mine eventually to have you back on a show, and everybody that I've ever seen do a Star Wars cockpit mod that I've helped with or something to like come together and show off all the Star Wars cockpits. And I don't think Mrs. Congress knows. I have plans to potentially eventually build a cockpit.
I was about to ask that.
He's had those plans since like 4 years ago. Yeah,
you did send it to me, and
when are you gonna do it? Just do it, man.
It's
never.
You have Bobby Vu can help, obviously. You know, you can.
Well, it's at Bobby Vu's house right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has the plan. So.
No, he actually has the whole thing, like the printed
Bobby,
one.
do not give it back. Just leave it at your house.
So Bobby wanted to make a copy of it, and so I had it shipped to Bobby. So I work with Billy Wright, who did the printing services versions of it, and so he printed the version. So we can get a cockpit anytime we want to, and it'll look almost as cool as Dags's, but yours is really cool.
And then you can work with George A and get the whole molding in front for 3D printed, right?
Yeah.
George to make one. I ended up finding one at an auction. B.
Yes. You just were waiting to say that.
Yes,
weren't
I
you?
was. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you need anything more to drink?
Possibly.
You do?
Yeah.
You want to entertain the guests while I get you some more to drink?
I got my booze here.
Oh, you have more things. Oh, she has her own thing. She's good.
Hey, B.
What's up?
I ended up getting the what do you call it? The molding around the monitor for the original Star Wars at an auction.
Oh, did you? The
from the original one, from the original cabinet,
cool.
it was a piece, and it actually, like I remember, I told you the plans I gave are like scaled from 100% 1-to-1, and when we got it, we put it in. It fit perfectly.
Wow,
like, no modifications.
So booby.
The only part I got to fix is the bottom part, but otherwise the whole thing fit like it's supposed to. So I got
nice. That's awesome. Yeah, like with the cockpit with the 3D molded section, I felt like that was something I would wanted to have figured out eventually, but I'm glad that you're able to do it. You got to send me new pics, man. We got to do an updated show with it. I know you do some really good three-quarter conversion for the Nintendo cabinets. I think those are some of the coolest 3/4 scale cabs that I've seen too. So yeah.
I want one of those, but like you, my wife would kill me, and I don't have enough room for it.
I make a 3/4 one.
Yeah, but it's still like
make it small. You have a lot of space now.
My loft is kind of small. It's weird. Like my cabinets go all the way around along the walls, but then if anything sticks out, like the pinballs, it kind of gets in the walkway.
Yeah, the pinballs, you gotta get rid of them because they take a lot of space.
No, that's when you just replace them with real ones.
Yeah. And let me take care of this super. You got rid of your real ones.
Oh, I think he froze again.
He borrowed Retro
Did I?
Wizard's
Am I
Wi-Fi
frozen?
again.
Yeah, you're frozen.
Your video's frozen again. Yeah. Oh,
I
there.
know,
Okay,
it's
you're back.
terrible. I tried to plug in my device. My kids are sucking up on my bandwidth.
Yeah, tell him to get off YouTube.
Welcome to the weekend.
Michael B says you're all related in Canada. So, Dags, you are actually related to Michael B.
All
Just wanted
right,
to let you
Michael.
know that.
Sure.
All right. Quickly, a Galaga guy 88. Thanks for joining in. $5 super chat says thanks for letting us talk with you. Super cool. You two are awesome. I appreciate you coming on and showing off your toys in your arcade room. I have another guest backstage too. Black Belt, if you're ready. I know you turned your camera off, but he was panning his arcade in the background and then he went off camera. So hopefully he'll come back in just a second. But he's ready. You're ready. All right, let's bring him on. 1, 2, 3. Black Belt 81. 81 Black Belt. What's up? You're muted right now.
Black Belt, you're muted.
Yeah, let's see it. Can you unmute your phone? Yeah, hit the unmute button. Maybe see if I can unmute him from here on this side. No.
Sure.
There
that?
it is. Yeah, now we can hear you.
That works.
How's
Yeah,
everybody doing?
yeah, dude, nice to meet you. Thanks for joining the show. You got a nice little arcade to show off there.
Thanks. Been working on it for about 2 years.
Are you turning this on every Sunday night?
Yeah. Been playing about 2 years now.
My wife.
Just about. I work a lot, so when I get the opportunity, I would jump on the screen, read comments, and sometimes I'll comment. But
I feel like Miss Kong thinks she's in a play, and she
Man,
goes
that's
off
a
stage,
I'm
gets
currently
the other
about
outfit,
40
comes right back.
tabs in combination, mostly arcade 1-up. Got some,
So hold on one
recipes.
second. 81 black belt. Mr. Kongs are us. Why?
Why
Why
not?
not? Can you do this?
It's like the people in
Yes,
the play,
there's a lot
man.
of
It's like in the
for
middle of the
everybody.
show, they go off the stage to get the other outfit, to come right back, and the dress is something completely different. They go back
It's
and forth.
exactly like my kids walking back and forth to the room, coming in with different outfits every time.
You
There
gotta
you go.
show off the bottom part.
He just called you a
Just
child.
want to say hi to everybody. Thanks for letting me on. If I get an opportunity, I'll take some more every once in a while.
Okay.
The fan page is a lot posting.
All right, back to the arcade tour. This is what everybody wants to see, right?
I have to say, what
Very
are
hard
your
to
black
hear.
belt in?
Yeah, are you a black belt in something?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm a deputy black in Hapkido Taekwondo.
Awesome. I'm a brown belt in Taekwondo. Very cool.
Very nice.
Done a little bit of mixed
Oh,
amateur
wow.
martial arts in the past. Cross trained in BJJ, some other forms.
Very nice. Our kids are trying to belt up in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Awesome. It's a great discipline.
With so many cabs, what's your most played one?
My most played is probably Killer Instinct. I love Killer Instinct.
Oh, wow.
Well,
I get-
sorry, go
Getting a
ahead.
lot of feedback from others, but Killer Instinct, I play the pinball a lot. Working on my MVC2 skill.
So black
Wow.
belt.
Waiting for that
How
one
much
to come
power
on, but
belt?
I'll probably get my
Oh, wait. Stop.
uh,
Show us your neon. The Back to the Future neon.
Nice.
Which one?
Ooh,
Nice.
the Back to the Future.
I think
You
it's in
just
back to
passed
the arcade.
Is it
Or does it
Back
say
to the Future or Back to the Arcade?
Oh yeah, that was my first neon.
Oh, Back to the Arcade.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Back to the
That's
arcade.
really cool. So do you turn this on every Sunday? Is this just like a ritual to like turn everything on?
And a little marquee sign.
Nice.
Oh, that's a smart way of displaying the marquee.
I know.
I'll work
That's
just
awesome.
like every other weekend. So the nights I'm home, we usually have the arcade on every night I'm home. So everybody in the neighborhood knows when I'm home at night, but the arcade's on.
All right, I'm so sorry, Champagne Room. All right, here I'm gonna do something really quickly. So, Mystery Encoder, I'm gonna make you in charge of the show really fast.
What?
And Dags, you
Don't
guys
do
have a
that.
conversation. I'm gonna leave and come back just to make sure I can connect my internet. Okay. All
All
right,
right.
you guys can do this. Ready, set, go.
Okay, it looks like Hong's disconnected. So black belt. Out of morbid curiosity, how much of your power bill is invested into the arcade room?
So I get that question a lot from a lot of my friends. I live in North Carolina, and honestly, my power bill ranges from probably about $200 to $300 a month between peak winter months and peak summer months. It's actually not that bad, considering
300.
all the lights and the arcades going on here. It pulls very little power, actually.
How many
These are-
how many circuits are you running on for that arcade?
That's a good question.
So my entire arcade is let's see, I got like 4 different outlets of all my arcades, all through circuit connected, and they're all through smart plugs. So, you know, I'll tell.
But do you know if those
tell
four
them to turn
outlets
the
are going
arcade on,
back?
it pops on, pops off. So
Do you know if those four outlets are going back to one breaker circuit in your panel, or is it going to multiple?
I honestly don't know. I'm not an electrician. I couldn't tell you.
I can run 25 off one circuit just for like arcade 1-up style PCB
I have
LCD
never
monitors.
had
But
I
after
never
that,
had a shortage in here running all the arcades.
The draw on these is almost nothing, man. It's
Yeah.
like running a phone charger.
yeah, so I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
got
believe it. I
25 running
believe
on
it.
one circuit. So
I believe that. I never had a shortage in my arcades running, so yeah, very little power. A lot of my aunts and uncles that come over are family members that grew up in the 80s, and going to the arcade, the big CRT machines, they're like, oh, this got to be pulling a lot of power. So actually, it's not. LCD screens, little PCBs, running very little power.
So Dags, I want to know more about your 3/4 scale cockpit. I'm 6'3". Would I fit in it?
Actually, you'd be a little tight. No, sorry, my cockpit's not 3/4; it's full size.
Okay, I thought you said you made a 3/4 version.
No, for the Star Wars one, it was. He's talking about the Nintendo cab. I made a 3/4 version.
Okay.
A replica, but for the Star Wars cockpit, it's a true 1-to-1. And 6'3", even in the original cockpit, you would have your knees to be a little bit high. You'd fit in it, but your knees would be up quite a bit.
Dude,
my cousin's
it's
6'1", and he looks,
it's awkward trying to sit. I have a sit down outrun and sitting on that stool.
Imagine that.
It just looks goofy, man.
Sure it does.
It's like you're riding in a go-kart, basically.
It's worse.
Oh, geez.
And that's the reason I avoided the arcade 1-up Star Wars sit down when we had, when they had it at our Walmart. I looked like a goofball sitting in it.
Yeah, but any of the sit-down cabs, regardless if it's the Outrun or the Star Wars arcade 1-up, like literally, if you get rid of the J panel on the front and just shove your pedals to the back, that makes all the difference right there. It's because you have to stay away from the cabinet to touch the pedals, and you end up being like in that weird, that position that everybody's posting pictures of, look like ridiculous. But if you just bury the J panel, you'd be fine.
Height is also something I feel like they don't consider with the pinballs, because I have to lean over to like play on those as well. The 3/4 scale ones, so like the Toy Shock or even the ALP, I feel like I would be leaning over very far and like hurt my back playing.
Oh, the ALP's low, like it's painfully low. Like it's not. Yeah, it always has to be.
Y'all are talking about back problems. In my back.
That's what old people. That's what old people talk about.
You're back. No,
whenever I can.
We just got on topic because I asked him about the.
Are you digging off? Thanks,
Wars
Black Belt. Appreciate you
cockpit.
jumping on, man. All right, feel free to jump off whenever you want to. Thanks so much for joining in, Mrs. Kongzarus. I just got to show you off one more time. Do you like this outfit? Yeah. No. Have you heard of the free MK4 movement?
Who hasn't?
Does it get free?
Huh? No. Yes. This is Katana from MK3. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Yes. Do you even know what character you are?
Hey,
Yeah.
Katana.
Yes. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Anyways, we do have somebody else backstage. Crownless King, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining in.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. Everybody has some nice lighting in their arcades. You got some like things going on, disco things.
I'm jealous.
I know. It's all about that lighting. What you got?
Yeah, I just got their 2 little disco balls. I think they were like.
Okay.
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
I still love that Dags is in Abyss.
Mm-hmm. Dags is in the abyss.
I could go stream with my iPad from the if you want, but
yeah, all good. We're just having a casual conversation here tonight, just to have some fun with folks in the community. So, Crownless King, what's up, man? Are you a fan of the arcade 1-up scene? Just saying hello.
So I have you guys to thank, and my wife too. So I had a couple Gen 1 cabs that I got from parents at Walmart for like $50. I ended up selling them, and then in November, I kind of got the itch to watch some, maybe get T2 when it was on sale. And, I watched you guys review it or build it or whatever that video was. And that was my first one. So this I got the week of Thanksgiving.
Oh, wow.
And this is since Thanksgiving.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Your collection just got out of control, didn't it?
Wait. Let me see that Carnage versus Venom.
Yeah, that's just some Hobby Lobby art I picked up last weekend, but we had this extra room in the house. This was the walls were finished, but there was no carpeting. So we brought some commercial carpeting in and did a chalkboard wall here. So if we want to do like scores and stuff,
Same thing.
But yeah, I did a Legends pinball, Golden TXL, Joust, Dragon's Lair. The new Star Wars just came in.
Nice.
Simpsons, NBA Jam, Blitz, Tron. Look at my KI. Terrible.
Nice. It's still broken? Still stuck?
So, but yeah, thanks for that. I had no arcades, like I said, like maybe 2 days before Thanksgiving, and now I have this, and it's because you and some of the other creators, I had my wife, like, I would put on videos every night we were cooking dinner. I'm like, oh, look at them review this one. Look at this. And she's like, all right, just get that one. Just get that one. So now I'm full up.
Nice. Well, cool. Welcome to the community. I mean, it's only been a few months. Hopefully you're going to continue enjoying them. Most of us, I've been in it for about 3 years now. How long like JT, when was your first cab that you got?
Oh gosh. The first one I got was the $50 Final Fight cab when they all went on sale at Walmart. So
2019, 2000, around that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dax, how about you? What was your first one up?
Oh, first one up. I thought you were going to say first cab. I'm like, that goes back to 1992. First one up, that would have been like the original, the very first Street Fighter that first came out. I weren't
Mr. Encoder, when did you get into it? Weren't you kind of newer to the scene too? You didn't come in until a couple years ago, right?
I had one of the original Street Fighter 2s, the Gen 1s.
Yeah.
But that was just like I watched the ET Prime tutorial, ripped everything out and put a Raspberry Pi in it, and then that was the end of it.
That was it. And then what was the one that got you like addicted to everything?
Pinball.
Oh, really?
Well, I had been looking into the PCB of another one because people were saying it was unmoddable, and I'm kind of giving away information here. Bought that, found out the pinball ran the same one, and then got addicted and kept buying them because, science.
Yeah,
there you
science. Go. I know. Yeah, Gen 1 Street Fighter for me too. That was my first cabinet. It was a Thanksgiving sale 2019 that got me into it. Constorm, how about you? What was your first cab?
My first cabinet was actually 4 years ago today, I believe, and it was the 12-in-1 Atari Deluxe cabinet. I think I only kept it stock for only a handful of months before I got the GRS ball and spinner and very quickly swapped those out. Because the original trackball, my issue with it is when I was playing certain games like Quantum, the ball would glitch out and jump off in a random direction completely out of my control. So after that pretty much happened, I guess, that was the only one I ever truly modded in the terms of controls. Everything else more or less stayed stock for the longest time. Because I think after that, my second and third cab were Space Invaders, the first generation one, and Mortal Kombat 2, the first generation. And after that, the rest is history.
This is so sad. MG says he walked by $50 cabs thinking there were risers. Should have got them whenever you could.
I had Star Wars when I lived in Texas for a little while, and the original Star Wars cab was $49. And at that point, I was like, I don't play my other cabinets that I got on clearance. I'm going to sell them. I'm not going to buy this. And I passed a big pile of $49.99 cabs.
What?
Ouch.
What? Oh, that breaks my heart.
Bought one for $100. So.
Yeah, all good, man. So that's actually a really good topic too. Put in the chat, like, what was the best deal you've ever gotten on a one-up? Because I think those $50 days are like gone, and I was such a range of experiences. So, like, what's the best deal each of you have gotten on like any of your cabs, whether it's one-up or anything in the home arcade space?
I'll start. My best is the original Golden Tee. During that, I got I think I paid like $99 for like the most of the Gen 1 cabs, but then when that Golden Tee just came out, it wasn't clearing. They had marked they were getting rid of the Final Fights for $49, and they tagged all the Golden Tees like a month after it came out with the Final Fight clearance tags, and it just said $49.99. And I said, "Are these right?" And they were like, "Yeah, we got to get rid of these things. They're taking up too much room." I'm like, "Even this one?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "But it says Final Fight." And the manager's like, "I don't care. They're taking up too much space," and rang it out for $49. So that's how I got my first Golden Tee.
Wow, that's awesome. All right, Mr. Encoder, what's the cheapest cab you've ever gotten?
It's probably that Gen 1 for like $50 or $60, something. I don't know. Everything else I bought full price. I'm an idiot.
Sir Science, you want to get it quick. All right, we got people saying $75 cabs. Those were good deals. Dax, how about you? Did you find any good deals in Canada?
Canada? Yeah, no, you hear it from Michael B all the time. And I'm Mr. Encoder. I'm like you. I'm an idiot. Pay full price for most of them. No, I think it was Street Fighter, the original one, when the original came out, because you said Thanksgiving. For us, it was our we were on the Boxing Day sale, and it was like $2.99 Canadian, which is like $7,000 American. So for us, it was like, or sorry, I say $2 American. It was like 10 times our price. But I think, the Street Fighter was the biggest deal. I did cross the border once, and I got my hands on a couple of like $1.99 ones back in 2 days. But another funny story, B. So 2 weeks after I got that Street Fighter cab, as you know, I had a lot of real arcades from before, from a long time ago, pinball and a bunch of, I think I had 6 or 7 like full size arcades. 2 weeks after I got that Street Fighter, that's when I decided that was it. Clearanced out everything, moved everything out, sold it all, parted it all out, and then just went all out on the arcade one, just because, again, old age, size factor. And you hear so much about right now, a lot of the YouTubers, and over time, especially with pinball now, it's like that gateway from arcade one up to full size. I did the opposite. I went the opposite.
You did. I know you. I know your story is super unique. So Scott's case is Blitz for 172 from Sam's. This is me. This is probably like my best. I would say, like, not the cheapest price, but like one of my most proudest moments was getting the Blitz cabinet, for 172 from Sam's Club. That was just a killer deal. I think I did buy a couple of the 150 cabinets, and I think that was the cheapest I ever got stuff. JT, Consum, I'm going to ask you guys in a second, but I have somebody backstage. I want to ask him this question. Welcome to the channel, Papa Brad.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening? Good to be here.
Papa Brad, deals. Tell me, what's the cheapest cab you've ever bought
from the charity event? That was my favorite deal I ever got.
What did you buy?
The Big Blue.
Oh, you got a Big Blue?
Yeah, when you did the charity event. Hey, look, it's
yeah. A lot of people were saying that you got the 150 Big Blue from the charity event.
You did a great job with that event. That was wonderful.
Thank you, Mrs. Kongzara. Speaking of Big Blue,
well, time.
And let me ask you this question then: out of all the costumes that you've ever worn on the channel, do you have a favorite?
I do like the Psylocke one that you hid from me.
I didn't hide it from you.
I
That's
have
like
no
my
idea
favorite one.
I have no idea where you put the Psylocke one.
No? Okay. All right. Psylocke is a very, very good costume. So thank you, Mrs. Kongzara. Chun-Li looking really cute. Yay. Do you guys approve? I don't know.
Absolutely.
She's just having fun, So we all are. Okay, Constorm, what was your cheapest cab you ever got?
Well, because I usually prefer to do TV shop networks, I really have never gotten a true deal per se. Though I suppose the Game Room Solutions cab might have been the cheapest that I've actually managed to get away with. And that's not really saying much, considering that most of my cabs are around $500 to $600 a piece, because I tried to shoot for full price to get them as soon as possible. Other than that, though, I don't know. Maybe that'll change if HSN decides to release MK Deluxe at $400 or something. I guess I'll have to wait and see.
Oh, actually,
I hope. What's that?
I remembered what my best deal ever was. I told you I got all of these since Thanksgiving. My wife told her boss and showed pictures of like what we were doing, and said like, "Oh, this is what we're building in the arcade," and showed him Arcade One for the first time. And I'm sitting here, and all of a sudden I see UPS, and I think I'm waiting on, I can't remember which cabinet I'm waiting on, but they drop off NFL Blitz. And I'm like, wait, I've been thinking about buying NFL Blitz, but I didn't buy it. And I'm like, I call her, I'm like, did you buy this? She's like, no, my boss bought it for us for Christmas.
Really?
Wow.
You got a free cab from your boss?
I was like, what? Like, yeah.
Wow.
He asked which ones we were looking at, and I didn't want to tell you, but you didn't order that one? I was like, okay, so that's my best deal ever, because that's
pretty
I didn't even know.
There. Nice. MG asked a question. Do you have a Blanca outfit?
I have a blanket outfit.
Do you have any wish list outfits that that you would like to try on sometime?
Does the community have a wish list outfit?
Yeah, let us know if you have.
I want to see what you want to wear.
Yeah, Morgan from Darkstalker.
Morgan. I vote for Morgan.
Yeah. Oh, you have a Morgan that maybe you haven't seen. Yeah.
Is there another Morgan?
No. There's other stuff.
Oh.
Felicia. I need to buy you Felicia.
Oh gosh.
You like cats? All right, JT. What's
the Darkstalkers?
Best arcade one-up deal I ever got was that Final Fight. The best arcade deal I ever got for a case of Busch Light, I got a full-size Golden Tee 3D machine.
Wow. Busch Light?
Oh, that's awesome.
All right.
Yeah, I ended up having to put in switch out the CRT for an LCD, but getting a little encoder board for that. But that was absolutely the best deal I ever got. I sold that about a year ago.
Wow.
Yeah, these $18 countercades were also very, very crazy deals too.
Yeah.
So.
I got some of those, but to me, still the big blue was a better deal because I play it more.
Yeah, you think about
that was like, I don't know,
cab versus the deal itself. That's a pretty big deal for deals. Sorry, I'm just distracted. I really didn't know what to talk about today, so I was just like, hey, let's just do a community stream and just chat about stuff. I am. I'm just like, I have to like, she only does this when like I'm on YouTube or something special. She doesn't just like get dressed up randomly. So
You
I'm
don't
trying to
want to get
enjoy the
dressed up.
music.
You need to get stretched down.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, if you want to talk about
Awkward
full-size
talking
deals
to
that almost
large people.
happened, last week I spotted a Hydro Thunder complete for $500 on eBay, but it was pickup only, and it was on the other side of the continent. I would have absolutely done it if it were just a little closer, but yeah, I don't know.
All right, well, that's actually a pretty interesting topic then. Like, what about the one that got away? Was there any cab or deal or something that you say like, oh, I wish I would have gotten this or something like that? Do you have one that got away? Dags, you've been in this for a long time. Has there been a cab that you've always desired that you saw for sale or you just couldn't get? What's the one that got away?
No, it would have been a pinball machine, not an arcade cabinet.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It was a Williams 18 model Cyclone.
Okay.
I was bidding on it. It wasn't an auction. It was more of like a local friendly bid, and I kind of went away from the computer for a day and then lost it.
Oh,
my cousin got it though, so it wasn't that. I still got to go play it. So
they got it.
Do you still have pinball machines in your house?
No, I just the ALP right now. I got rid of everything else.
No, he's in the abyss.
I said the abyss.
Canada, like. Oh, just his background. Okay, yeah. All right.
The Harry Potter room. I'm in the Harry Potter room.
Harry Potter room. That's right. Mr. Encoder, how about you? Is there any kind of things that got away from you, like a deal you saw or something that you wanted that you could get?
I want to change my cheapest deal based on what Moat said because I also got the Bobby Vu special on the countercade, which is the only reason those saw a mod.
Oh, it's the only reason why
the
it's modded?
$18 one. But as far as what got away, I guess the Marvel pinballs that were going for $150 on Amazon that one time. I was an hour late to that.
Yeah, those are, oh man, like those sales when they come and go really fast too. Yeah, there was, what was the one that was like the Macy's sale? There was a Macy's sale that like randomly came up like a couple days ago. That was really good.
There were some Trons, huh?
Yeah, there was some
Didn't
Trons.
They saw some Trons really cheap.
Yeah, I was like, man,
I would have jumped all over that. That would have
like
been
$199 for Tron or something like that.
Did anyone actually get any of those though? Because from what I saw, they all got canceled.
Got canceled? Oh,
I think so.
I almost went ahead with the jukebox, but unfortunately they closed off the deal before I could move ahead with it. So
okay, so they all got canceled.
So what happens with that? I see that like that's not the first time I've seen it in the US where you guys where these crazy like ass deals show up. Everybody goes nuts on ordering and nobody gets them. Like is that common? Like what? Why did it go on? Is it somebody's typo and then they figured out, oh shit, because there's like
Sometimes
randomly
they
like
go through
1,000
and sometimes
orders
they
and
don't.
somebody figured out they.
Yeah, it depends on a retailer. Some like honor it, some don't, right? And then some will only honor it if you like go through the hassle of customer service, right? And so that's how some people were able to get.
So it's initially it's an error though. So you're saying somebody like typed it in wrong? Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't just one cabinet. It was like a series of them. There was like 4 or 5 of them that were just crazy deals marked down and like within like 30 minutes sold out and then replaced. So I have no idea what happened, but that sucks. Site error, lame, site-wide error. Ugh, yeah. Very common. Occasionally will slip. Okay, yeah. Oh, we have a fun thing about like our barbecue deal. Do you remember that?
You can tell them.
Yeah, that was like the best like kind of like deal that happened. We bought a Weber like really cheap barbecue grill that was like $100. This is when we were right out of college, so we were really cheap. And then when they gave it to us, it was a Weber box, but then it was like a $400 model for the cabinet, or for not the cabinet, but the grill. We're like, holy crap! Like, what do we do? We
opened it and we got a door, and we're like, we didn't expect a door. We're expecting like little round one too.
I don't think that would happen with arcades or things like that. But when you upscale, maybe you can get a pro instead of a regular one. No,
highly doubt it.
No, swap things. How about anybody else have any stories for stuff that got away from them? Things you wanted?
There's somebody's selling a sit-down Lost Worlds cabinet, which is like one of the things I wish they would make a stand-up version the most. Near me, it's $1,000. It's in great condition, but it's so big. And my wife was like, "Just get it if you want." I'm like, "But what are we going to put it? It takes up half the room."
And thus the whole allure of arcade went up in the first place.
Yeah.
So, Jurassic Park is like my ever like favorite franchise. Like that's what I would want the most is a Lost World cabinet. But yeah, so
the shooting game, like
like one.
Yeah. All right. Well, you can emulate it. It's pretty decent. Sega Model 3, you get some light guns. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah. Okay.
Not bad. Papa Brad, how about you? Anything that's gotten away from you?
Not really. I mean, the deal they had at Sam's on the ad games was really good. The Legends Ultimate, but I already have 2 of them, so I had some willpower.
So Donovan says Dell mistakenly priced a cocktail table for $199. Got them to honor it. $199 for a cocktail table, I think, is a screaming deal. Pretty decent deal. All right. So my next question, since this is a community chat, and I know we've been talking a lot about our home arcade space, let's ask the community. How are you guys feeling about the state of the home arcade community right now? Just any open thoughts about it? I'm just kind of curious. We have some folks here that aren't on YouTube often. Constorm, how about you? Give me your 1 minute elevator pitch. How you feeling right now about the
honestly, with the way that things have progressed, I think Arcade 1UP has improved dramatically since they started in 2018. But at the moment, they really just need to work on condensing their variety of product lines and just try to focus on at least 3 of them. Because they've got so many different lines these days, from the main quarter scale to the XL editions to the Pro line that's still somehow up for sale, to the countercades, partycades, and so on. There's just so much that it's, for somebody new, it's really hard to get in. So they just really need to focus that down. Otherwise, there's only one cabinet that I'm holding out for, and it's listed right behind me.
Wait, what is it? What is it?
You can't see it, but it's Hydro Thunder. And
you want a Hydro Thunder?
That's where it would have been.
Nice. You got your holy grail there. JT, how about you? How you feeling?
I think the big thing, at least if we're talking about Arcade 1UP, is the whole communication thing. And with them dropping the ball with their show here the other night, I think that's just they've got to come up. They've got to be straight up with the community. If they're going to offer these avenues and things like that, like these shows, they have to understand that the community wants to see follow through. And I think that's the biggest thing. We want to see follow through with, getting MVC, the Marvel versus Capcom online. We want to see follow through with some of these cabs that the community has been asking for. We want to see follow through with them being, I guess, upfront about, things like, hey, we're going to do these evergreen type releases every single year, and just being able to communicate that, I think would be, would help without all this animosity, with people being upset that, oh yeah, you're releasing Pac-Man, you're releasing Mortal Kombat, you're releasing Street Fighter every single year. And with them saying that, hey, these are what pay the bills. We want to do these other things, but we have to also do these. And I think just being upfront and telling us would be a big step.
It's hard to be mad at anything when you have Morgan really just jumping into the screen.
I
know. It's a little distracting.
A little bit of a distraction there. Papa Brad, you got what you wanted. Are you happy?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah, there it is. Hello, Morgan. Yes, 81 blackback. So I think Galaga 88 came back. If you want to, anybody else? I think I have a couple more spots in case anybody wants to join the chat. We have just a couple more minutes here. And Mrs. Congress, I think you're out of outfits. Are you not? Are you still?
I don't know.
You still got more?
You tell me.
I'll jump out to make some room for people, but thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, no problem, JT. Feel free to hang out. All right, Dags, how about you? How you feeling? Thanks, JT.
I think there would be no community without Arcade 1UP. End of story. They bought it mainstream. Whether we like them or not. I think we created our own monster. I think Arcade 1UP, as far as communication, all that stuff, they need to pick a lane. They didn't have to do any of the communication they did from the beginning, but they adopted it. They don't think they realize what that meant from these hobby communities that we have, especially around gaming. So like I said, the monster got created. They either need to deal with it or get out, meaning like stop communicating and pretend to be like big companies, which they're not, but they can try. But pick a lane. The back and forth thing needs to stop. But there would not be a community without them. I don't care what anybody says. My opinion, obviously, but the other companies were there, but they really brought it to the mainstream just because of the nostalgia.
They made it easier to get a hold of.
Yeah, the nostalgia they talk, they sell nostalgia. That was the winning ticket. All YouTubers can agree. Everybody in the community can agree. The other ones are great add-ons coming in with Legends and and iArcade and those guys. But yeah, for me, it changed everything for me. I was able to have, instead of having 10, I can have 30. And it's all about just the atmosphere, the lights and the sounds. I don't care if it's 100% authentic. I don't care that it's, I'm legally blind. I don't care about TM monitors. Sorry, to Michael B. It doesn't bother me as much from the angle. If somebody can't see it on the side, it's like, go play your own freaking game. I'm playing this one. There's 10 more to play next to me. Things like that, right? There are all these things that we argue about. We get really passionate, which is really great because that's what the community is all about. But I have to take a step back sometimes and go like, it's come on.
At the end of the day, like MG says, it's just fun and games, right?
It is, and we're all having fun, whether we want to complain about it or not. And having no online for MZ2, that's a little bit different for me. I don't have the camera. I'm not a fan of that. But yeah, like being promised something and not receiving it, that's any company at any level at any point. I'm sorry, wrong, just wrong. You need to make it right, and stop there. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's been a blast, and I hope that they stick around, because they don't stick around, there's no more going to happen. My biggest beef, I would say, is I'm an 80s guy. I was born 1970. So I definitely need the 80s classics, and they stopped doing those for us for the last couple of years. That's why I haven't, bought many cabs lately and haven't done anything. And I got to think about the spring, start building again, because it's not going to happen. So track and field, I was looking forward to for so long. So now I'll start building one. So.
Yeah, you got a lot of people in the chat that agree with you about kind of just of how they kind of created this own monster for how they've communicated, but the lack of, and kind of switching back and forth to it. So it makes a lot of sense. It's some interesting perspective there, Dags.
How they haven't released Defender as a 3/4 or Cubert, to me, is mind-boggling. Because those are 80s arcades that anyone that goes into 80s arcade immediately seeks those out.
P-Dubs is crying in Cubert.
I agree with I can't say much about Cubert is the classic. I don't know why they don't release it, but Defender, like, they had the party cade that went off the chart, right?
They don't even have to do anything. Just make a cabinet for it.
It's sold. So why not just replicate that in a 3/4 scale and make more money?
Yeah.
They definitely sold out. I mean, it was the party cade gold, right? For everybody was trying to. I imported it from the US because that's how bad I wanted it. Even though I already created a Williams, Williams multicade, I still got the party cade because it looked good. So,
it's my favorite arcade that hangs on a door.
Yeah, that 3/4 scale though was just that Mortal Kombat reskin with the wrong button layout. So is it really the marquee game if it doesn't have the right button layout? That's probably that big thing. So people are really hoping for a
trying
true.
to release Tron without the flight stick. It wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, right. Okay, so Mr. Encoder, I mean, you've been in and out of the community. How are you feeling about the state of the community? You following all the happenings? Are you doing your
I
own
try
thing?
not to, man. I don't know.
Trying to stay neutral, trying to stay Switzerland.
Yeah, no, Arcade 1UP has definitely done things that's disappointed me. I can give examples that don't involve other things that people talk about in terms of just hardware quality even. Why do we have encoders still selling on Atari Legacies? Why haven't they fixed whatever that problem is? Why are there pinball PCBs that overheat and all they do is replace them versus like actually RMAing and fixing the problem? I mean, they do a good job at customer support, right? They give people new PCBs and stuff, so I'm not knocking them for
giving
that.
stuff away though, but that's not
it's
sustainable.
a Band-Aid.
That's not sustainable. They can't keep doing it.
Yep.
They just sent me another encoder board for my Tron.
So my issue with that is what is the long term? What's the longevity of the cabs that we're buying? Right, it is an investment for us, especially with the prices increasing and everything else. So I have my qualms about hardware quality issues. I don't really care about their interaction with the community or them not telling people what's going on with online, because that's general bullshit people deal with when they're developers and stuff, and not everybody can be as transparent as they'd like to be. But as far as like actual hardware quality, that's something that I'll hold against them. Especially if they're band-aiding instead of fixing.
Yeah, my Raspberry Pi has been running for 4 years nonstop, never failed once, right? So
So that bothers me. That's my thing.
Good point.
Yeah, the hardware. That's the interesting take there, right? Because there are a lot of ticketing things, but you're right. It's a band-aid approach to fixing a long-term issue. I think those are good notes. So hopefully this is something that, as a community show, I don't know if Arcade 1UP would watch this, and this. I know we're talking about 1UP in general, but it is something that. What are you? Are you literally wearing a blanket?
That didn't they want? They want blanket.
Are you?
Like and subscribe.
Literally-
10,000
He's literally
subs.
wearing a blanket.
They said they want a blanket.
A blanket.
Oh, shit,
MG
Blanca.
still here? All right.
You want a Blanca?
MG was like, he's like, "Are you all for it?" MG, you got your Blanca
Hold on, I'm only
outfit.
25.
There you go. You guys- oh, okay. See, you found it.
Mhm.
I found it.
You found it.
Nice.
Yes. Thank you, Mrs. Kongzaras. All right, I'm gonna need to end the stream pretty soon because this
Doesn't
is
mean
the
I
outfit
guess
I
so.
want to end the night on. I have things about this outfit that I enjoy, Mrs.
Need to
Kongzaras, and
Do,
so
touch.
no, nothing at all. I mean, yeah, Crownless King, Papa Brad, Galaga guy. I wish I really want to hear what you have to say, but I really want to hang out with Mrs. Kongzaras for the rest of the evening, if that's okay with you guys. Let's just
Good night,
do a
everybody.
quick final word. Galaga guy 88. What do you got to say? Do you have anything you want to say? Promote to the peoples?
Oh, just saying, keep everything going. It's all about how much we love arcades and just continue to focus on that more than anything else.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm speeding through this. Go ahead, Papa Brad. What's up?
Nothing. Just I'm glad we have choices in the home arcade community. We got lots of good arcades to choose from, so I'm happy for that.
Yeah, thanks so much, man. Crownless King, thanks for joining in, man.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say?
Yeah, just it's all about having fun. I've been following a lot of the drama and all that stuff, and in the end, this is a hobby, and if it's not bringing joy to you, then maybe you should find something else that you're into. But for me, watching everybody, all these content creators really got me into it, and I come down here every night and throw you guys on the stream and play my games, and it brings me a lot of joy. So hopefully that's what most people are getting out of it.
Yeah, nice, awesome. Constorm 2023.
Well, this has been a very pleasant conversation, and thank you for having me on.
Thanks.
And honestly, I really hope that the community just does kind of start to mend a little bit after that whole headache that was last week.
Absolutely.
Because there's been a lot of drama going on across this, and Lord knows how many other communities. I think the EAS community got hit worse, though. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and have next person.
Thanks, Constorm. Jags, what's up, man?
Not much, buddy. Just gonna say thanks. Always good hanging out with you, collaborating all the time, and meeting the community. It's great to talk to everybody.
Awesome. Mystery Encoder, any final words, nuggets you want to share?
Mortal Kombat 4 is never coming out. Console fan.
You asshole. Look at that. Just killing dreams left and right. Man.
I'm gonna
talk about
it. It happens. It happens.
Okay, that got me.
I'm gonna clip that, put it on a YouTube video in a loop for an hour.
Thank you so much for entertaining the people. I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody this evening because I have things to do that doesn't involve being on the stream. I'll talk to you guys all later. See you guys later. Bye bye.
Thank you.